If you are ready to put 4 to 5 hours of study every day, then how can you build machine learning engineer skills in 6 months? We are going to discuss that step-by-step roadmap today. Machine learning engineer is a very specialized skill and they get paid the most. As of 2021, if you're working less in Google, Facebook, or any top product companies, you can earn up to $800 to $900,000 a year as a machine learning engineer, and they earn more than doctors or surgeons. So therefore, the effort that you need to put is gonna be humongous here. But in 6 months, you can develop a basic foundation, and then after it becomes a lifelong learning journey. The diagram I have shown here quickly summarizes the exact steps in your machine learning journey. So let's start with computer science fundamentals. I'm assuming that you don't know anything about computer science, you are starting from scratch, and the first thing you need to learn is computer science basics. What is bits and bytes, how RAM and CPU works, the basic fundamentals about internet and so on. And for that we have an excellent Khan Academy course where you need to follow the first 4 sections: digital information, the internet, programming, and the algorithms. By following these 4 sections, you will develop a basic understanding of computer science principles. If you are already a computer engineer, you know about all these topics, then feel free to skip ahead, move on to the next one. The next one is level 1 coding tutorial. Machine learning engineer has to be a good software engineer first, and as a software engineer, obviously we need to know programming language. And which is the best programming language for ML engineer? No doubt, Python. Python is the one. There are many companies who build their own customized models, and for performance reason and for other reasons they want C++ skills. So you have to learn Python, and learning C++ will be helpful as well. For Python, I have a complete tutorial playlist. You can follow that, first 14 tutorials, and at the end of every tutorial there are exercises as well. A good software engineer has an important skill of a solid understanding of data structure and algorithms. In data structure algorithms, you need to know about basic data structures such as array, list, hash map, tree, graph, etc. And for algorithms, you need to know about bubble sort, various sorting and searching algorithm, binary search, selection sort, and so on. And you need to have understanding of big O notation. You know how much memory and CPU resources a particular program uses in terms of big O complexity, because machine learning projects are very compute intensive. If you have a good understanding of big O notation, it's gonna be super useful. I have created this GitHub page. The link of this you will find in video description below. So first to third and fourth week in computer science fundamental, computer coding tutorials, Python coding especially. If you look at this playlist, you need to follow first 14 tutorials at this stage. So first 14 tutorials will cover concepts such as variables, numbers, strings and if and for, dictionaries, functions, working with JSON, etc. So first 14 tutorials, you know about read, write files, and so on. This gives you a basic understanding of programming. It helps you write the basic level of coding. And a very important thing is exercises. So if you click on this particular link, you will find many exercises. So let's say I want to do exercise on read and write file. Okay, so here let me see. So actually the exercises are rather here. I'll update the link. So if you look at this exercise, read and write file, and here the exercise gives a description of what the exercise is about, and there is a link of solution. So you can practice this problem on your own and then verify your answer by comparing your solution with my solution. And there are multiple exercises in many tutorials. This allows you to practice the code or the concept that you're learning by watching these videos. And the same thing is true with data structures and algorithm tutorials as well. If you click on this playlist, you find this playlist where I have covered array, linked list, tag queue, all the basic data structures, and these are all the algorithms. Now if I look at my collision, handling in hash table video. For example, this video, in the description I have an exercise. So if you look at this particular exercise, here again I give exercise description, you practice first on your own and then you verify your solution with my solution. In order to become a good ML engineer, you need to become a good software engineer first. And a software engineer cannot be a software engineer if you don't have a knowledge of at least one database. And relational databases are quite popular, traditional databases. You need to have a good understanding of SQL, or structured query language, which is used to query or manipulate the relational databases. For that, Khan Academy has a very good course. It's a free course where you can practice certain problems and you can just develop a basic understanding of SQL. Kuda Venkat YouTube channel also has a nice playlist. So you follow all of that in week 5 and 6 and develop a good understanding of SQL. Then you spend week 7 and 8 in learning some advanced or level 2 programming concepts such as exception generators and so on. Here we have a link of that Khan Academy course. So if I open that course, you learn about creating a table, inserting a data, creating a book list database. So when you do this, you get to query or you get to practice those concepts. So it's a very effective learning. You also learn how to aggregate the data. You can run those queries. Khan Academy is an excellent website. It's a non-profit free website where they teach concepts in a simple manner. At the same time, you can also practice a lot of those concepts. And then Kuda Venkat YouTube playlist is amazing. It's a big playlist. You don't want to spend time in going through all the videos. I think going through the first, I have mentioned actually first 12 videos here. So first 12 videos until you cover joins, it should be good enough. Okay, so you're covering group by, join, select statement, unique key, primary key, foreign key, all those basic concepts. And then as you go along your way, you can learn more advanced concepts. Then week 7 and 8 is level 2 coding tutorials. So here I have my Python playlist link where you'll be following, see clearly mentioned 15 to 27. So 15 to 27 is all about exception handling, class objects, inheritance, iterators, generators, decorators, multi-threading, multi-processing, etc. These advanced concepts let you write more advanced programs. At the end of week 8, you know about little bit advanced programming, you know about SQL, data structure algorithm. You have built a solid base for your software engineering skills. Now week 9 to 12, you need to spend in learning Numpy, Pandas, and data visualization library, which could be matplotlib or seaborn. Numpy and Pandas are numeric compute libraries. These are used heavily in data science for doing data cleaning or number crunching. And these are very fast libraries, so you need to have good understanding of these libraries. And for data visualization, you can either use matplotlib or seaborn. So here are some of the resources that you can use to learn Numpy, Pandas and data visualization libraries. For Numpy, I have a playlist, very simple playlist. You can cover it up in 3 to 4 hours. And after that, you can move on to Pandas. Pandas, my tutorial playlist is long, but you can only follow first, let's say 9 or 10 videos. And as you practice on more real life projects, you can learn advanced concepts such as cross-step, stack on stack, time series analysis, etc. But in your journey, this basic journey of 6 months, just cover first 9 videos and that should be good enough. Matplotlib is used for data exploration. As a machine learning engineer, you come across a lot of data. You want to visualize that data to make appropriate decision, to make decision on which model do you want to use. For that, Matplotlib tutorials, very simple 7 tutorial playlist. You can learn about bar chart, histogram, pie chart, all the basic charting. And after that, you can learn advanced concepts as and when needed. You can use Kaggle exclusively for practicing Numpy Pandas related problems. So here, if I go to Kaggle datasets, you'll find many datasets, okay? let's say hard attack and analysis and prediction analysis dataset. When I go here, I get this 11 kilobyte dataset for free. I can download this CSV file. Now I can do a lot of data exploration. And if you want to get some ideas, go on to code. Here people have written variety of notebooks, and you can go through those notebooks and study those concepts. For example, this particular notebook talks about using XGBoot. Now, if you want to just do data exploration and not worry about machine learning, then you can search for EDA, which stands for exploratory data analysis, and you will find notebooks related to exploratory data analysis related to this hard attack database. For example, this person has used Pandas for just plotting those tables, then some visualization library here, I think matplotlib maybe, to render a pie chart and variety of charts. So going through these notebooks will give you a lot of hints on data exploration, how as a machine learning engineer you can do data exploration. The most important skill you need to have as an ML engineer is statistics and mathematics knowledge. Now, mathematics and statistics itself is a huge field. If you're starting your journey, you would be like, how much time I should spend on math and statistics? I have created a playlist of math and statistics concepts for data science, with data science in mind, and you can follow that. There is another book called Practical Statistics for Data Scientists by Peter Bruce and Andrew Bruce. You can read that book. Now, the reason I'm suggesting only 2 weeks for math and stats is because, as I said, you can spend maybe 2 years. There are people who do PhD in statistics, so you can spend 5 years just studying math and statistics, but you don't want to get yourself stuck, into that ocean. So you just spend 2 weeks studying basic concepts, inferential and descriptive statistics, linear algebra, calculus, and after that, as you're working on your real ML project, you can always come back here and refresh your concepts and learn new concepts of math and statistics. I find myself learning math and statistics concepts every single day. I always do a reading on new concepts, right? But that should be done in parallel while you're working on your projects. StatQuest is a very good YouTube channel where you can learn statistics. After that week 15 to 18, you want to spend in learning the machine learning. Now, when I say machine learning, of course, I'm talking about statistical machine learning, where you will be using scikit-learn in Python for doing machine learning. You will be building a classification and regression model. When I talk about classification, decision tree, random forest, there are so many concepts that you need to go through. So basically 1 month for machine learning should be good enough in this fast-paced 6-month ML roadmap. So math and statistics for data science, here is my YouTube playlist. The playlist is ongoing as of May 2021. If you are watching this video in future, you will find more videos. But I talk about basic concepts such as standard deviation, normal distribution in z-score. And when I have this video, I will discuss how exactly these concepts are used in the field of data science and machine learning. For example, normal distribution, you can use it for outlier removal using 3 standard deviation. And if you look at description, there is an exercise link. And if I look at exercise, I will always give an exercise. I mean, most of the videos will have exercise along with a solution link. So you watch a video, then you practice on the exercise, which consolidates your understanding of that particular concept. And then there is this book. I have given the complete book name along with the author name in Amazon. Here is how that book looks like. This is not a paid promotion, by the way. I find this book to be useful, and I hope you can find it useful too. And then here are some free resources on machine learning. If you look at this playlist that I have, we start with what is linear regression, gradient descent, dummy variable, hot encoding, logistic regression, decision tree. These are all for classification problem. SVM, random forest, k-fold cross validation, k-means clustering for unsupervised learning, hyperparameter tuning using grid search CV, L1 and L2 regularization. And important thing is the project. So after you learn all these video concepts, you can build an end-to-end project. For example, here I built a property price prediction website for the city of Bangalore, where we built a website, the whole end-to-end project, which we deployed to Amazon Cloud as well. See, the last video was Amazon Cloud. We also built a website. So if I look at this website video here, see this website, you enter all your area, whatever, and the website, when you click on estimate price button, it will do price estimation, and it will be using a linear regression model that we built in that particular project. We have image classification project as well, which you can practice, couple of feature engineering videos as well. And in the videos we'll have exercise for individual topic. For example, you are watching logistic regression video. Here we'll go through the concept, some theory first. So I go through theory, then there is a code that we write for that particular concept, and in the end we have an exercise. So if you open this link for the logistic regression code, and if you go to the bottom, there is an exercise description, and you can practice on this exercise to solidify your understanding for logistic regression, let's say. And I have videos in Hindi playlist as well. You can spend next 1 month, week 19 to 22 in deep learning. So deep learning is all about neural networks. You need to learn about computer vision or convolutional neural network models, as well as NLP, which is using RNN transformer, etc. And then week 23 to 24 is about ML Ops. You need to learn one ML Ops tool such as ML Flow. ML Flow is one example. There are other tools as well. So when you learn that, you get a full understanding of how you can use that tool for the whole machine learning lifecycle management. So here is a playlist I have for deep learning. This particular playlist is using TensorFlow. You can use PyTorch as well. TensorFlow and PyTorch, like you need to use just one of these. In here you can see neuron. What is neuron? Here is the simple example of how neural network works. Then you go through activation functions, your gradient descent, implementing basic first neural network in Python, chain rule, all these important concepts, dropout regularization. So do whatever you can in 1 month and try to get some understanding of RNN and CNN, because those are the two most popular ones. Again, I have an exercise in some of those videos, so practice on those exercises. And then comes ML Ops, where you need to learn a tool such as ML Flow. For example, I have given a link of ML Flow tutorials. So here, if I look at this particular tutorial, you'll see ML Flow is a library you can import in Python, and then you can use that as a context manager while you are training, let's say, your ElasticNet machine learning model. And then you can log different parameters. Eventually, when you run ML Flow UI, you will be comparing different models with different parameters, their performance, and you can export those models to pickle file and deploy them to cloud, and it automates a lot of things that you would be doing otherwise manually. So after 6 months or 24 weeks, you would have learned basic or fundamental skills. As an ML engineer, you need to also know about PySpark, Hadoop distributed computing, because many companies have humongous databases which are distributed in Hadoop cluster, and you need to use the distributed computing using PySpark. Docker and containerizations are important concepts that you need to have knowledge on. CI/CD using Jenkins is one other thing that's an essential skill for any software engineer or ML engineer. When you're building a code, of course, it is maintained on Git, which is very popular version control tool. You also need to know about Fast API, TensorFlow serving, etc. to build HTTP servers around a trained model, and at least one NoSQL database understanding. And the most popular one there is MongoDB. Now you'll be asking me, it's just too much to learn, all right? Just too much. But think about this: how much money ML engineers get? Okay, let's go to a levels.fyi website, and here let me search for ML and AI engineer. Okay, and here I am just sorting. Google machine learning engineer L8 earns $1 million a year. $1 million a year. It's just too much money. So ML engineers get the highest salary in tech world. Okay. For that reason, you need to know a lot of things. And the 6-month roadmap that I gave you gives you just a base. You need to build on that base. Now learning these additional skills or even practicing those other skills that I mentioned before might require you to spend maybe 2 to 3 years in order to become a skilled machine learning engineer. But the 6-month roadmap gives you a solid, strong base on which you can build additional skills. Now, becoming machine learning engineer is not about technical skills. You need to know soft skills. And the first one is you need to understand the principles of effective learning. You have to learn so many things and there is less time. So you want to know how you can spend less amount of time and get maximum output. So here is a video on how to learn things effectively. Where you want to spend less time in your input, which is watching, let's say, tutorial videos, but more time in output, which is reflecting, implementing, and sharing. I discuss various other things such as distraction-free learning. For example, in your 4 to 5 hours of study, you will keep your mobile phone away. Cell phone is the biggest distraction. Another important tip is a group study. So if you click on this link and if you go on my Discord server, here you will find a partner and group finder chat. So in the Discord server, if I go here, partner and group finder, here you can make buddies. You can form groups with people and do the study. It's like going to a gym. If you go to gym alone, you will not be motivated. But if you go with your friends, you will be very much motivated. So use this partner and group finder Discord server link to form a group and do the studies together so that you can hold each other accountable. And then following disciplines and not giving up. While there is a lot to learn, you need to have a faith that you can do it. You have to spend your time in a disciplined way, do a lot of hard work, and it is certainly possible. World is full of opportunity. The future of ML engineer is very, very bright. So I hope you can follow this roadmap, and if you have any other question, post in a comment below. I wish you all the best.